So everybody's coming over, and here in just a few hours, we're going to give the unsuspecting father, father-in-law, grandfather, great-grandfather, Vietnam veteran, truly godly man, an amazing car. Woo! Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today is probably going to be the coolest and probably most special video that I have ever recorded. Today you see right behind me, it's a beautiful 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air two-door post. And what an amazing car, probably one of the most iconic cars. When you think of Americana, you think of the 1957 Chevrolet. It's not necessarily a car that our channel's known for, but there's always been a special reason behind us getting the car that you guys don't know about. And today we get to reveal that. So, what year was it when we picked this car up, Angel?
2019.
2019. So we didn't do anything with the car for probably a year after that. We kind of worked on it off and on a little bit, but really the last 2 years we really kind of pushed hard, and really just 2022 we focused super hard on getting this car done. It's probably the most challenging project I have ever taken on in my life, and I could not have done it without her. So we hatched a plan along with my mother-in-law, her mom, back in 2019, before we even started YouTube. You know, we weren't even thinking about doing YouTube at that time. And her dad is probably one of the best men I know. The kind of guy that will do anything for anybody. Literally the old saying of give his shirt off of his back for somebody in need. He'll do it. I mean, and the kind of person that doesn't expect for anything to be done in return, will do anything for anybody but won't do anything for himself. He thinks that we bought this car to flip it.
Yeah.
He's been over here, helped on the car multiple times, and of course he comes by and checks on it every time, and so he just thinks this has been a long drawn out process for us to flip this car. But lo and behold, mother-in-law Brenda wanted to give her husband of how many years? Is it 54, 55 years, over 50 years, right? So her husband of over 50 years, an amazing man, somebody that's also taught me a lot how to be a man, who's been a father figure to me. Heck, I've actually known the man longer than I've known her, and me and her have been married for 27 years. So I've probably known him for 31 years or so, I would say. A long time. And guys, I'm not that old, so I've known Eddie for a very long time. So we had a plan. We picked up this car as a shell. I'll put some pictures up, some before and after, give you guys some stuff along the way while we're talking, give you guys some really cool stuff that we've done on this car. What a challenge, but here's the payoff. We picked this car up for him, and we are giving it to him today. He has no idea. We've arranged this big, elaborate thing that's at our house. Now look, family gatherings at our house, because family is very important to us, is not uncommon. So everybody coming over to our house today to all be a part of this. Now what we did to set this up is, what do we do, Angel? What is March for everybody around this family?
Birthdays, we have tons.
It worked out really well. We could give this car to him this week because we're going to do a big birthday celebration for everybody today. So everybody's coming over, and here in just a few hours we're going to give the unsuspecting father, father-in-law, grandfather, great-grandfather, Vietnam veteran, truly godly man, an amazing car. Woo! Today, and it's probably good that we're getting some of this out right now. Today is probably going to be
Emotional.
We have poured our heart and soul into this car. There were some days that you almost just wanted to throw your hands and give up, wasn't there?
Yes.
I mean,
many days.
Yeah, these cars are not for the faint of heart, you know, and but it's worth it. It really is. And I know today's probably going to be emotional. We're having trouble just getting through this video without being too emotional, just the intro. But guys, to see the look on his face today, you know, look, you know, to be able to do something like this for someone, you know, I've never really griped about or said, you know, my gosh, I could be doing other things with my time, because all along, this man deserves it. So let's talk about how we're going to do it. All right, so we had to think about how do we do this and it not be obvious. So we're going to pull the car out. We're going to put it in the driveway. Eddie has helped me on some previous videos with the car. Now, of course, this car is a 3-speed and it's a on the column shift. So the old 3 on the tree. Now, Angel, she can't drive a 3 on the tree. She can drive a stick, but you know, so that's kind of the premise is we're going to need Eddie's help and we're going to take it for a drive today. So we're setting all that up. We're going to come out. We're going to have all the family come out. It's going to be my YouTube video about introducing the car. But what he doesn't know, it's going to be about introducing the car to him. So we'll pull the car out and we're going to have him come over to the car. And I made a couple of shirts that hopefully, so his nickname, he's a redheaded guy. So his nickname as he was younger, everybody called him Red. So Angel, show you the shirt. So we got one for her mom and him made up. So this is the back of the shirt. It says Red's 1957 Bel Air, built by GM in 1957, built by Love in 2023. Of course, when we finish the car. Front of the car is just a picture basically of this car with a Bel Air. We also have this inscription. I'll show you guys a picture of that and a video of it on the dash with this on it. So hopefully when we bring him over to the car and I'm going to say, hey, check out these new t-shirts I've made, because of course we do sell t-shirts and hats and stuff. It won't be something he'll be asking questions about. Check out this new Bel Air t-shirt I've got sitting in the dash that I've made for the new owner. He's going to get the t-shirt, and mother-in-law Brenda is going to bring the keys over to him and say, well, this car, he's been the owner of it since 2019. He just didn't know it. So what do you think's going to happen, Angel?
I don't know. He's a little unpredictable.
He is a little unpredictable, man. So the guy, you know, is he probably going to be, you know, flabbergasted? He's probably not going to understand it right off the bat. Mm-hmm. He's probably not going to get it, but once it sets in and realizes, I think it's going to hit him hard. And you know, great man. I can't say enough good about him, but to be able to have all the family here today and kind of bringing this all to an end for us, which has really been a memorable couple of years in our life. You know, heck, her and I have never worked this much together on a car. You know, it's been a struggle. And you know, because her having to struggle with me and me having to struggle with her to build a car together. But honestly, guys, I'm not exaggerating. This car could not have gotten done without her. The amount of work she did on this car and how much she's learned about doing body work and just in general mechanics, cars, everything. So it's something her and I can take away from it as, you know, good memories between us. Mostly good memories, you know. There might have been some hollering matches from time to time, you know. But you know, we built a house before together, and they always say if you can build a house together,
you can do anything.
You can build a car together too. So, all right, guys. So next step is when we bring the camera back, we're going to set it all up so you guys will know what's going on when I start filming. So I'm going to be filming like, you know, we're introducing the car to the channel. So guys, stay tuned. Watch this. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a pretty dang big day. I've got my father-in-law here, Eddie, with me. You guys have seen him on the reveal of the two-tone Cobra clone when we did that car. and he's here for the reveal for me today on this 57 Chevy, where we took a 4-door car and a 2-door car and we made one car out of it. So today is the big reveal. But I thought it was kind of cool. Somebody like my father-in-law, this car is from their era. And I've always loved Tri-5 Chevys. I mean, who doesn't like a Tri-5
that's
Chevy?
true, yeah.
And 57 is probably one of the most iconic, iconic cars of all times. We love them all, but I'd say when people think of Tri-5, they usually think of the fins on a 57, right? So Eddie told me about, and I didn't even know this for a long time, he actually had, for a short amount of time, a 57 Chevy. And was it this color or was it green?
No, it was the same as this.
Okay, so it was this color is called Larkspur Blue, and it's an original factory GM color. And so he had one of these, and that would have been year, what, you was 16, 17?
1966.
1966. So the car was only 9 years old,
About
right?
that, yep.
19, so 9 years old, and he had it. So he told me the funniest story when he had one, and I thought that would go really well with us revealing this car today. So Eddie, tell them that story about when you had that car when you was 16.
Well, in 66, these things cost a whole lot less than what they do now. I promise you. But I had bought it from a guy that I always done my cars from at that time, which I hadn't bought very many of them. But I bought it, and I got it on a Friday, and we were going to finish the paperwork up on a Monday. So I got the car, and I got out by me and my buddies and all that stuff, and we went riding around on that Saturday night. And by the time I got back home that night, well, I turned the engine off. Of course, the wiring burnt up on it, and then next morning I checked the oil, and of course it burnt 7 quarts of oil just in that one night. So I don't know if we hot rodded it just that much or what we did, but
You
anyway.
probably didn't hot rod none at 16, did you?
Well,
And how much did you pay for that car?
well, if I had bought it, I would have paid $700 for it.
So you took it back, even though you wanted the car, and realized just how much of a basket case it was, and could have bought a 57 Chevy. And this probably didn't, it probably wasn't perfect, but it probably was a good, straight, solid car. But they were a dime a dozen back in '66. Now go find one of these cars. You can't buy a dang wheel for one of these cars for $600 almost.
Well, I bought it. I was going to buy it, and like I say, I called the guy that Monday morning. He said, well, I said, are you going to rebuild the engine and redo the wiring? He said, well, he said, I can't do that. He said, but I'll give you the wiring to put on there. He said, but I can't rebuild the engine. I said, I'll just bring it right back to you. So I took it back and wound up with another vehicle other than that.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty cool story. I mean, I always thought that was so funny that, I could just imagine me being back 16 back in those days, out, Hey, you wasn't a hoodlum a little bit back in the days, running around, burning up the roads back in our hometown.
That's fine, yeah.
Well, guys, this is the moment y'all been waiting for. Y'all have watched a couple of videos on us building this car, so now we're going to get the big reveal. You guys get to see this car completely finished. So Eddie's going to help me. We're going to pull this cover off and let y'all see the car. Ooh, that looks pretty in the sunlight, doesn't it, Eddie?
Yeah, indeed.
We just put it on the ground there, that's fine. Beautiful.
That's beautiful. It's so
Here it is, guys. Come on around over here, Eddie. And so look, I thought about it'd be kind of cool since we put so much into this car, and we make t-shirts.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about going ahead and starting doing Bel Air t-shirts. Might as well, right?
That'd be nice.
So I thought for who's going to be the new owner of this car, I'd make a Bel Air shirt just for them that kind of documented it. So it'd be kind of cool. You get a shirt with a car. So I want to show you that shirt, and then we'll show them on film what that shirt looks like, and then you can have a seat in the car.
Get ready to drive it.
Check out that t-shirt, Eddie. What's that t-shirt say?
It says Reds 1957, built by GM in 1957, built by Love in 2023.
Who's red?
You hear me? This is your car.
What's your nickname, Eddie?
My name is Eddie Brown.
What'd they call you?
Growing up.
It's red.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
That's your t-shirt. That's the new owner's t-shirt.
No, man.
Yeah, it is.
Your car, Eddie.
This has been your car since 2019.
it has
Yeah.
It has absolutely been your car since I picked it up in 2019.
Y'all lie.
No, we're not. It is. This is yours.
all along.
No
That's
way.
why we painted it the color we did.
Y'all crazy.
Get in it,
This is-
Red.
Get in it, Red. Yeah.
No.
So Brenda, she and me and Angel, and she's been sneaking money behind your back to help along with the build. Me and Angel have been doing all this work for the last couple years on this car because we knew that you're the kind of person that would never do something for yourself, and we are happy to be able to do this for you. And this is your car for you to enjoy.
No.
Now,
it's
Andy, I
yours.
want you to look at something down here. I don't know if you read it, but look at this plaque that I made here. There's a plaque right here on the car. Can you read that?
Built by GM in 57, built by Love in 2023. No, man, I can't take this.
Well, you already have the title. You just don't know it. It's already yours. You can't. There ain't no taking. You already own it.
Yeah, it's yours.
I don't know what to say, man.
This has been planned for the last 4 years.
I can't believe it.
All right, guys, so we just got through looking over the car. I think it's just now starting to set in with Eddie that we really did this for him, that this has been a plan for the last 4 years to give him this car. We knew you would truly enjoy a car like this, and we knew you'd truly appreciate a car like this, but I knew you would never do something like this for yourself. So we did it for you, and we were happy to do it. And between us and Brenda being able to do this, I could not be more happy that we put in the time and dedication it took to do this car for a man that's truly worth it. So thank you for being the father and the father-in-law and the grandfather and the great-grandfather that you are.
Man, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I mean, it's
So is it sunk in? I mean, is it really sunk in?
yeah, it's getting there.
Do you realize this is your car? This is your car. I mean, I got to call shelter and we got to switch the insurance over, but this is your car.
Dang,
Thank you guys.
It ain't something.
Thank you guys for watching. Hey, share this video, like this video. I think this is truly a video. When we see people do good things for people, it's contagious. And share this video with other folks and let them share and enjoying the experience of us being able to give this car to my father-in-law, Eddie.
Well, you had me in tears.
Me too.